It's the God G Holy, man. Listen, don't ask how you can get your video reacted to. Go to our sponsors, Con Wolf. Purchase something, send us proof of purchase, and we can work it out. Right now, we got Artur144. Love enters the world. Artur144, one of my favorite new artists. And for sure, he's not AI, because I met him. He's not AI. Didn't look AI to me. So, let's get it.
As we now welcome the new cycle, let us bring our awareness to the Giza Plateau and to the sanctuary of Anubis. About 26,000 years ago, a shift occurred from heart-centeredness to the mental sphere and changed the world. Now once again the time is...
Now, this 26,000 year thing is a cycle, right? And in my opinion, it's the over cycle of the 2,000 year age cycle. So it's a little over 2,000 years. I feel like if you add them all up, you get a little over 25,000 to 26,000 years. So it's like the ages will all have their turn, and then it'll spin back and they'll have their turn again. One darkness, one light. That's just, I'm just all speculation. I'm just thinking that. But yeah, let's go.
Come to shift back to the heart. When love enters the world and overcomes the dark. The logos in effect, much respect. From ancient Anu to the Lyvans to the hybrids in fact. To the sixth and the seventh hybrid race Anu had. As above, so below, thank the heavens for that. Gratitude and...
I love this flow. I just gotta say that. He's saying a lot that I could break down, but that part I just let go because the flow was catching me so much that is like, yeah, but let's go.
Incarnated in the flesh, we are back to transform these curses into blessings taking effect. As the star of Regulus aligns with the gaze of the Sphinx, bringing you wisdom to earth to help you grow back your wings. We're dealing more.
These star systems themselves can be, well, they are portals, right? And it's all information. It's all just trying to channel information to to us. I mean, we really are the light of the world, man. And when certain things align in the heavens, then you'll get different information and you'll see that start to play out amongst us on earth, right? So that these things have they don't have jurisdiction because we got free will, but they do have influence, right? And when that influence is abundant and a certain type of energy is abundant within the heavens, it'll come down and it'll play out. So yeah, absolutely.
The things in heaven and earth, hidden from the profane. May you get what you deserve. May you serve all you like with us across the whole planet. Starseeds activate Pleiadian DNA and expand it. All this
activating Palladian DNA and expanding it. That's another idea that some people have, that as we move forward, certain energies will unlock certain DNA codes, and people will be more consciously powerful than they were prior to that energy entering. So just more of that.
Love and light that you can end with today. Old soul shining brighter every time that you incarnate. To translate goodwill into compassionate action, bringing heaven to earth despite all of these distractions. About 26,000.
It's funny, the concept of bringing heaven to earth. It's like some people will tell you literally, heaven will fall to earth, meaning like, that energy will permeate throughout the earth to where earth is like heavenly. But some people will tell you maybe that will never happen. Maybe the thing is in your mind. Maybe like heaven only exists here. You know what I'm saying? And some people will say it's both. You know what I'm saying? There's things happening external that's outside of you that's bringing in that energy, and then you can tap into it, just being in your heavenly self, your higher self. So let's keep going.
Years ago, a shift occurred from heart-centeredness to the mental sphere and changed the world. Now once again, the time has come to shift back to the heart. When love enters the world and overcomes the dark.
Man, we went through something called the Iron Age. You know, and I talked about this in my interview with Artur144. The way that the real toxic masculinity has taken out any feminine deity of importance when you're telling these stories and these texts, any type of feminine principle, any type of universal feminine laws and things that are principles to this existence that are feminine in nature has just been totally taken out of every book. Everything you see, everything you read, it's all male, it's all phallus. You know, everything is the, you know, like the Paris Tower. Like we don't glorify the portal anymore. We glorify the, you know, the buildings. They're tall and slim. Everything is phallic, right? This is the stuff that we praise, all the phallic stuff. So, yeah, he's absolutely right.
We look at the plateau in the land of Kent, diving like Jacques Cousteau, like the dolphins back when. In Atlantis we were born, in the temples that went deep beneath the surface into the holds of Amenti and...
Alright, so, Atlantis is said to be, if I got the story correct, Atlantis is said to be like where it all started, as far as like right before humanity. So like Atlantis, from what I get, would be just like Eden, right? It's the place where we fell from. But, you know, Atlantis supposedly, you know, there was a portal open. It's like some type of war and like good and evil. And we all just got equal parts of those spirits within us. And everything just became more complicated from the point of Atlantis. But I don't know if it was such a physical thing. It might have been like, from what I get, more like Eden, more like on the other side of physicality, but like right on the other side, right? And then we fall into physicality from Atlantis. So some people think Atlantis was like a real place, like you can go to Atlanta, or some people think Atlantis was like right there on the other side. And the halls of Amenti is just the collective consciousness. I'm explaining this like people don't know this. Maybe I should be breaking down the rounds, but I'm just things that I know that he's saying that I know people might not know. I'm just going into it. It's a lyrical breakdown. The halls of Amenti is the collective consciousness, the history of it, like all of it, like everything experience that's been recorded with eyes or ears or any other sensory devices that we own in this technological, you know, thing we call a body, has been recorded into one place. And supposedly you can access it, you know, using certain methods, or, you know, yeah, just using certain methods. So
bring back to the surface truth,
or we access it a lot and we don't know. That's also what some people think.
That cannot be denied, which is only the beginning of this triumph of light over darkness in the hearts of man. Once again, lifting up what was low in consciousness and condemned to repeat lessons until these were all understood. To complete the old cycle, now we out of the woods, welcoming that new wisdom that flows from the above and from deep within the earth, welcoming all this love. Though thought, the Jekuti is the river that speaks, sending waves of consciousness through its pyramids peaks.
More Egyptian stuff, you know, Thoth, Jehudi, the Egyptian deities. Thoth is if I'm not mistaken, Thoth is oh man, what's the other version of Thoth? I forgot the name, but you know, just you know, the one who rolled out the scroll to like the Jesus of that time that came with the 10 Commandments. Like Thoth is like, you know, wrote the Emerald Tablets, which is like, it's different things that go on the Emerald Tablets, but one, it's a tablet. It's like a condensed version of the Book of the Dead. You know what I mean? Just like a summarized version. And you know, that's pretty much it. I think you spoke on Anubis. I don't know. Let me go back.
Old cycle, now we out of the woods. Welcoming with new wisdom that flows from the above and from deep within the earth. Welcoming all this love. Don't fall. The Djibouti is the river that speaks, sending waves of consciousness through its pyramids peaks to awaken its people and raise the bar once more, breathing life into these chambers that need to be explored.
You know, a lot of people, and I don't want to get into like flat earth. I don't even want to say that. I'm saying a lot of people feel like the earth is moving and the stars aren't fixed the way they move, and the earth is not or the earth is moving and the stars aren't fixed. But for years and years and years and years and years, these pyramids they speaking of that, you know, send energy, they've been aligned with the star systems, and it's like certain times they align and it's never really been off at all. So if everybody's moving, if the stars are constantly moving, Earth is constantly moving, everything is moving, but it aligns for thousands of years. That to me gives flat earth some credibility. Unless you, it's kind of weird just trying to explain that away, right? So yeah. Anyway.
About 26,000 years ago, a shift occurred from heart-centeredness to the mental sphere and changed the world. Now once again, the time has come to shift back to the heart. When love enters the world and overcomes the dark. About 26,000 years ago, a shift occurred from heart-centeredness to the mental sphere and changed the world. Now once again, the time has come to shift back to the heart. When love enters the world and overcomes the dark. Artur144, Shamanic Rap. Infinite blessings, y'all. Welcome to the new cycle.
Yeah. I'm feeling that. You know, more than anything, man, this is all the stuff that I get into, right? When I'm away from y'all, when I'm just out here, like, you know, just figuring out life and the universe and the patterns, these tight coil patterns that the Creator has. That, you know, the culmination of those patterns makes up what we call the universe and things of that nature. When I'm just studying and getting right and in my, you know, meditation bag and this and that and things are coming to me now, it's like getting downloads. This is the type of time I be on. So even if my music don't reflect it, you know, most of the time, sometimes this is where I am. So I appreciate that somebody, you know, has the balls or the gall, you know what I'm saying, to sit there and say all this stuff and say it with their chest and mean it and know what they talking about. I really just could appreciate that from somebody who is who feels like these things need to be spoken. These things need to be out there. This needs to hit the mass consciousness grid. This is part of our enlightenment process, is just having people like this just give us, you know, the things that we subconsciously know, bringing them back to the forefront in a conscious way, and then we can use these things, this information, to better ourselves, better humanity, better everybody as a whole. So if nobody puts it out, nobody gets it. You know what I'm saying? So if you know something, the best way to shift into being like a 5D type person from a 3D type person is two things. Do everything out of love and never hold information. Information is supposed to be for everybody. Information is free. The sun sends information to our bodies all the time, and we synthesize it, and we call it a hormone called vitamin D. Right? So it's free. The information though from the sun is like free. Everything in nature that's righteous, which is everything in nature is righteous, gives out its information for free. The leaves don't tell you can't eat them, you know what I'm saying, of a tree or the orange. Like everything is free. That's great in this world. You know what I mean? So yeah, and we just got some lessons for free. So shout out to Artur144. When love enters the world, and I'm out of here, man. Love.
This, that, look, top down music. This shit feel like you on the matter of fact, not even the freeway, the highway. Matter of fact, one lane.